Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. All of us, we know that Kenya released its police officers to Haiti for a peacekeeping mission. Their mandate was to land in Haiti and flush out the notorious gangs who have terrorized the country for quite some time under the leadership of the gang leader BBQ. So police wa Kenya were tasked by the United States under the funding from the US, waende pale, and their work ni kutafuta hao magaidi, either wawaue ama wawatoe huko, and then waleta uhusiano mwema kati ya viongozi wa hao magaidi na viongozi wa taifa la Haiti kupitia Prime Minister Gary Conille. Ni Conille, Conaile, I don't know, depends how you pronounce it. But mi najua ni Gary Conille. Ama ni Conaile, I don't know. The Kenyan police have been there. We have seen them posting on social media how they are conquering the capital city of Haiti. They have released videos on how they have conquered some hospitals. Larry Madawa was there recently. He did a story on how police officers are winning in Haiti. But the question I'm asking in this particular video, is it true that the Kenyan police are winning to restore Haiti? I saw some people telling me on the comment section, Kaka, sijui speak positive about your country. It's okay. Mimi sikatai Kenya. So kwa sababu mimi ni Mkenya, tuanze kusema uongo. Ati kwa sababu tunatetea taifa. Forget. I call a spade by its name and not a big spoon. I get the bull by its horns. Now, the Haitian Prime Minister Gary Conille has raised concerns over what he terms as inconsistency. That is one. He is complaining of inconsistency. And number two, is complaining about delays in funding for the Kenyan mission aimed at stabilizing the country. I told you, since the Kenyan police landed in Haiti, have been following Haitian stations, both TV and radio. I've been following prominent people from Haiti. I've been following the Prime Minister himself. So I am speaking what I have verified and what is true. Conille says that the lack of timely support could undermine the entire operation and erode the credibility of the transitional government. You remember when when Kenyan police officers were living for Haiti, some junior officers disclosed that they were promised not less than 100,000 as allowances. But when they left, they were given only 20,000. So this also is demoralizing them. Yes, this also is going against the efforts put by the Kenyan police officers to combat the situation. The Prime Minister is saying, and I quote exactly what he wrote, people are living under very bad circumstances. So they want to see action. They want to see movement. When the Prime Minister says this, what does it mean? If we were to analyze that statement. Anasema, people are living under very bad circumstances. So they want to see action. They want to see movement. Does it mean that the Kenyan police have stopped moving? Because I see the Prime Minister is calling for movement. Does it mean the Kenyan police have refused to act Because the Prime Minister is calling for action and a movement because the people are living under very bad conditions. The Prime Minister has also expressed the concern that the expectations they had as a country are going to be shattered if the necessary resources are not provided swiftly. And this is what he said, and I exactly quote what he wrote. Unfortunately, the resources are not enough and not coming quickly enough. We understand that there are a lot of emergencies going on, and there is heavy fatigue. But the good news is that there is hope. So Cornell is writing this, but at the same time he says, okay, but anyway, hata kama haya yanatendeka, then there could be some hope. The arrival of the Kenyans has created expectations, and we need to meet these expectations or the whole system crumbles, including the credibility of the transitional government. That's him saying. Anasema the arrival, yani polisi wa Kenya walipofika, the Haitians had high expectations. Waliona kwamba wakikuja kila kitu kitakuwa sawa within a very short period of time. But according to the Prime Minister, yeye from where he sits, akiangalia how the mission is being carried out, anaona kwamba they won't beat the timelines and they are not going to achieve what they had hoped for. Nilisema hapa watu mkasema, oh, sijui nini. Now, the concern is we get the amount of resources we need so that this force can be deployed as quickly as possible and that we can see in the next few weeks and months. Once we now reach the full operational capability of the mission, there will be nothing to worry about in the issue of gangs in the country. That is the Prime Minister saying. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope and pray for our officers in Haiti, for them to perform diligently and give a win not only to the people of Haiti, but also to the people of the Republic of Kenya and the Kenyan government at large. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.